Hello, this time we have a game that white won by 1.5, but it's a game between 11q plus and 11q, so the commit's only half a point, which means white was actually supposed to win by 7.5, and that's a pretty comfortable score. But in this game, there was a lot of chasing going on and some wild fights, so let's have a look. So far so good. Komokus, no Hoshi, no star points, so the Josekis won't be easy. And black decides to attack right away. The attach is the most common move to take the corner. Usually white just plays one space jump, the tight and solid move, and then black extends for a base. And this is how the Joseki comes to an end. Then white can approach the top right corner, and then can approach the lower right corner, and so on. When playing the two space jump, before doing that, white can think about an approach here at c12, which is quite an aggressive way of playing. Then black either goes down with a Nobi or Kosumi, but playing the Nobi, in this case, when there is no middle side extension around c9, it's a little bit more effective against the corner, because if white decides to play on the left side and prevent the extension, then black can go c16, and this move is threatening to capture the cornerstones. So when white comes out, black can just catch two stones like this. That's why going down at b14, it's more popular or more effective in this case. But white will connect solid and black jumps and white has to slide. So the point is, after playing this kind of approach to test black's reaction, then white can extend in the top of g17 instead of playing f17 in order to develop faster. And now black usually extends on the left side. White approaches, for example, c8, threatening to connect under. Black plays another move to keep the base safe. White here can play a probe to see how black reacts. The thing is, if black plays a move like this to surround the c12 stone, that c12 stone can go out, so it's not possible to confine it this way. So the only option for black is to block this way, and now white can play another move like this or like this. This used to be popular a few years ago, just before AI era, but nowadays you don't see it much. So this is the kind of situation where white, instead of playing the normal one space jump, is going to play the two space jump. But anyway, the difference is quite sensitive, so it's not a mistake playing g17. It's just that, let's say 9 out of 10 times white is playing the one space jump here. So black still, oh, black played away. Usually black extends here for a base in order to finish the Joseki. So when playing the two space jump, there is a little bit of edge in the corner for later, like the attach at e17, but those are the moves that black can use as co-threats later on. So black decided to play a Shimari. In this case, yeah, it's very good to prevent the second Shimari. White can think about an approach on the left side, because black didn't finish the Joseki, so now playing a move like this, it's going to be a punishment. But attacking here, it's a priority too, to prevent the second corner enclosure. So black plays the tight pincer. Most of the time, at least nowadays, it's more common to play the loose and far pincer. And there are all kinds of Josekis here. White can put pressure and then leave the position like this and invade. Then make a base on the side. White can also decide to defend the corner, so fix a base with r3. Then very important to play q4 first and pull back. Black extends, and now white can leave the position like this, because later in the game, when black approaches r7, white can turn in the corner s2. So a and b are mi points. If one takes one of the points, black the opponent will take the other one, so they are interchangeable points. Now against this tight pincer, usually white simply jumps out. Another option for white would be to play p4 to put pressure. These are the common moves. And of course white can think about discarding the stone. So just defend the bottom area while giving up the stone and then keep center to attack the left side. This is an idea to trade a little bit. So for now black is happy to contain the lower right corner, but white developed on the bottom and the left side. So it's much faster development for white. Now locally, if white jumps out, black usually plays o4 to get ahead. So white has the option to put pressure with a shoulder hit. And this would be the most common joseki, where white simply goes for outside influence, while black is taking the territory on the third line. And then white can attack from this side in order to prevent black getting too much on the bottom area. Black will probably go out, and this would be a natural follow-up in the particular position. So there's nothing to complain. Both white and black get something, the groups are safe, so the position is still very balanced. Now playing the Kosumi, it's a bit unusual, because this is the kind of Kosumi white should play if the Kakari is played high originally, then against the low and tight pincer. Playing the Kosumi, it's a move to keep black separated, because now if black tries to link under at r5, it doesn't work anymore. This would be also joseki. But anyway, when white plays the Kosumi here, black is not trying to connect under at r5. Black will just extend for a base, then also extend on the right side, and try to develop fast on both sides. This is an old-fashioned joseki. So it feels like white confused the low and the high pincer here a little bit, because another option for white would be to put pressure, then when black pushes and cuts, this way it's a trade. Black gets the bottom area and white makes a base on the right. But this is actually good for white, because like this white prevents black from extending all the way to the middle of the side from the top right shimari. So it's good to make a base in that direction. And well, the sequence is pretty much forced. So these are pretty much the most basic joseki. Going out here with a jump or putting pressure at p4 in order to keep black separated, but also play from the outside to discard that stone. So now white plays here. Then black tries to finish the joseki on the left side, which is a bit unusual because now the fight is quite hot on the right side. So if black didn't care about the D13 group for quite some time, he shouldn't go back and fix it now. Right now, black can think about making a base on the bottom or push to secure the right side. Because if something like this happens, black is safe, both on the right and in the corner. Let's say something like this happens, and now black either extends on the right, or now he can go back and fix the left side. So that's unusual timing. The pincer, maybe it's not the right move. I mean, as a pincer, would be better to play q9 to manage to connect somehow to q6. So when black goes out, white can cover, and now black has to struggle a little bit. This kind of find looks more promising for white. Playing this move, black can simply go out between the stones. Now if black decides to defend the bottom, then white covers and the shape is good in the end. Going out like this is not great. Black should go straight, because on the hane, black can attach, and when no b, black can go for a capture on the right side. If hane here, black comes out between the groups with pretty good shape. So now white is busy to fix the right side. Then black can also protect the bottom corner. It's good to play a peep at p5 just to give white a bad shape here. So, Kosumi. This Kosumi not so great because white will push, that's nice. And black becomes heavy. Now when extending on the right side, white should think about 3-space jump, because white has 2 stones up, so usually the extension has to be 3 spaces across. This is quite an ideal formation. Playing just 2-space jump feels a little bit cramped or over concentrated for white, something to avoid. Yeah, now black is looking for a base here. Hane very good to keep black separated, then Atari also good, and 1-space jump. Normally Nobi is good enough to prevent the Atari and make a good shape, having the tiger mouth. Now when playing the Nobi, black is supposed to jump out, not to get isolated in the corner. Of course black can also capture 1 stone, but then again he either goes out if he wants to keep the pressure on the group, or try to escape with the other group. But it feels pretty good for white to surround this corner and keep it isolated from the rest of the board. Also the jump is nice, because now when black plays Atari, white could block. Connecting here is the heavy soldier's head shape. Playing the block would be the right technique, because it's the kind of block where black captures the core, then white can play a core threat, for example invade here threatening to connect under, and then take back the core. Now black needs to connect, so this is a good exchange, and then white can go back to connect with a nice shape to create ice and also put pressure on p8. Also white can play this kind of shape, so when black cuts, the ladder works. Playing like this is heavy and black can go between the groups. Oh, going back here it's a bit slack. Black can push out. When white turns, black can turn, white pushes again, black gets ahead, and now the 0-4 stone, it's punished and separated on a large scale. And white is still on the run with 0-6 group, so white plays here, then black turns. White needs to jump, black jumps again. And well, it's running better, and black is happy to build this territory on the bottom in the process. Playing like that, yeah, white is out, and white keeps connected. Taking 1 stone right now is not so important. Black should jump out here to prevent being isolated in the corner. So 1 stone capture, white connects under, that's very good. Atari here is fine too. Then jump out. Well, jumping only 1 space jump, in this case it's safer. But yeah, white has to get out of here as soon as possible. This is the wrong defense, because black will play a peep and now white has to connect, and this will give an empty triangle and it doesn't put so much pressure on p8. So for white to connect solid or play the other tiger mouth threatening to catch the group in a net, it's more effective. Of course again black can play the peep and this gives an empty triangle, but p8 stones are more in danger like that, so black has to come out like this or like this. Either way it's painful. And the thing is, if black doesn't play anything there to save those stones, white can just capture them in a net. It works to play the net like this though, but playing Keima it's a better net in general in this kind of situations. So white must pay attention which empty tiger mouth shape to play, because for example if we change the order of moves here and just play 0-6 and black goes 0-7, white will never need a move at n6. White can just play away or attack from this side, go out here, or maybe play another big point. Now black is also making a very timid escape. Normally came out to go out faster, either like this or like this. Playing just a tiger mouth, the group still looks a bit weak, so white can play here for example to attack it. But yeah, there are other big points to play right now. This is one of them, pretty good. So I can decide later how to attack the 09 group. So far, black has this corner. It's about 13 points. Or maybe 15 with the capture. Then black has this area. Probably another 10 points. And the top right corner. 12 to 15, but depends. Because the Shimari can be still invaded. And black has the middle group weak here. Now white has the top left corner easily 15 points, about 10 points on the right side, also 10-15 points in this area, some potential in the center, and no Komi this time. It feels like a pretty balanced game, but maybe white is slightly ahead, being solid everywhere, and white can also take advantage attacking the weak group in the middle later. So black plays an approach, but this is a bit too close. In order to be safe, 2-space jump is better in this case to prevent the invasion, because now white can just jump in. Good idea. And then from this jump, white can think about c12. So here comes the fight. Well, white has the attach at b5, but before doing that, attaching at e7 to go out, it's a better option. I think right now black should play a move like this to reinforce a little bit, and then Hane, then connect solid or hanging connection. But if white wants to use the attach under, that works already, because when black cuts one way or the other, white will just sacrifice and connect above. So this is a pretty good trade, giving up the stone on the side to go for the stones in the middle. Looks promising for white. Playing like that, the Kosumitsuke removes the option of going under at b5. Oh, normally black should just block. Now white goes out. Black can play Kosumi in order to separate and then extend. If white cuts, that's a bit dangerous because black can just extend. And now when going out here, black can catch one stone and still connect. Interesting idea by black to bump like this. And now he should turn. This is good, leaning on the left side in order to get stronger before attacking the other group. Black Nobi, and then white can go out. And now black is still on the run. This feels like a good chase for white. Crosscut, that's a nice idea to create more mess in that area. Instead of Atari, white should consider the turn, because with the turn white is making more liberties on the left side. And then if black defends solid against a double Atari, white can just capture the two stones. Even if white plays the forcing, black plays the forcing moves on the outside, his group in the middle is still under attack. So white can cut and fight here. And if black connects under, white has this kind of move, threatening the wedge. So when black goes here, the wedge works to kill the left side. Or if black plays too ambitious, in fact Atari here works too. So black needs to protect here. Now there's a double Atari, and then capture one stone, threatening to connect under. Also, it's possible to play just direct Atari and then Hane. So this is going to be tough for black. But once white plays the Atari, the turn is not going to work anymore, because black can block and capture. So when turning right away, if black plays the block, white has double Atari and catch one stone or the other to escape. So that was Ajikeshi, but white can still play this kind of move in order to keep the left side separated and then come out in the center to keep the attack on e6 group. Playing away, maybe not so great here, because black was still in trouble with his group on the left. I mean, even if black comes out, white is one step ahead in this fight. Black is not going to escape from one stone, because there's Atari, then Atari again, then push one more, and now the bottom just died unconditionally or naturally. This group, it's surrounded and killed, and no way to connect under. So playing here leaves black with some options like push and then connect under. And this way black is all safe. Black captured the two stones on the left side and he managed to link. So white fails to profit from the attack. If connect, tuck. Black will have to go out either like this or Kosumi. Then this exchange is Sente one time. White can attach, cut Keima at the waist, then Atari, then several Ataris here, and then connect. And now when black connects, white covers, so white is out and black is dead inside. Playing like this feels too easy for black. Capture, and then connect under. This exchange is no need, just Atari from the outside to fix the group. And then Atari here. If push, just Nobi, and black it's white is out. And this is actually fine for white. I mean, white could gain more in that fight, but it's still okay to go out in the middle and become strong in order to attack the middle right group after that. So turn, Nobi, this Atari is good, and then Tiger Mouth, that's a good shape. Black doesn't have to capture one stone. Black should just connect on the left side. That's important right now. For white to save this guy, it's really nothing. White will probably jump further into the middle. So going for one stone, it's small. White has Atari on the outside, that's very good. Then white should just cut here in order to separate the four stones and compensate. So if black pushes like this, white gets ahead, black tries to escape in the middle, and white will just surround and kill everything. That group is dead inside. So now this will be a good game for white. And anyway, playing here doesn't really connect to the middle, so normally Keima like this, then black will go back and protect, push along to prepare another Atari, and then try to catch the other group. This looks like dying, being surrounded by white here. So when playing this move, black can attach and go between the groups. This is flexible, but it's still okay to block because black has to come back and connect. Like this, it leaves too much space for black to maneuver. So black connects back, but black could play the attach first and then go down to create some archie. And when nothing, no other way to escape, then black will connect. Well, playing the pip, it's not really needed, because the idea here is that on the left side, black is blocked by this mark stone. On the right side, white has some stones, and on the bottom, white also has some stones. So the only direction for black to go out is towards the top, which means white should play a move to prevent that happening. So attack from this direction. If black comes in this direction, white surrounds, black plays here, white has to stay connected like this and surround everything. So this is the direction to chase the group, towards the left or the bottom where white is stronger. Playing like this, black can just jump out and run towards the top. Push is nice, but should block. And against this cut, just go out. Because even if black tries Atari and he's looking for a way to capture, white has Atari here, which creates a damage summary and kills everything. Or just take one stone. And now black is still on the run. And what white can do, white can try some attach or some moves in the top to lean on that group first in order to get stronger, and then cap and chase the middle group. And eventually just surround everything and kill. So playing out with Nobi here, it's a bit soft. Especially that when blocking, it takes away liberty. So for example, if black cuts here, white immediately goes Atari and then takes 2 stones, so white is connected. If this move is played, white is supposed to cut. Then when black turns, white will block. When Hane, Atari from the outside, connect. And now black will connect the bottom group, but the right side is in trouble. Hard to escape here. Nets are working. And if black extends on the right, oh wait, Atari connect. I mean, if black jumps out in the middle, something like this, then the other group dies. So, if white doesn't cut, then it's meaningless to push. Oh wait, so better pull back and then think about push and cut. Now, if black protects here, cap and stop the direction of running out. This is no need because when pulling back, if black goes here and you try to surround everything, and for example, oh, no, this can be a problem. Pak, 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 pak. A little problem here, huh? Many liberties like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Black will play this one. Ah, this is good. Oh, white managed to kill everything, but it's a lot of reading required. So back to this. When push and connect, white actually needs another move here. So in fact, it's not a good idea to remove your own liberties by pushing this way. Get ahead, then if black goes here, white needs to protect again, black is on the run. And if black goes here, white doesn't have to worry because he's connected, so the cap works. Because against this move, white can fight and go out between the groups. Alright, so Kosumi, then black has room to maneuver. Why should think about sacrificing here? So block when Atari, connect or Atari from behind, give up the stones on the left side, and then go for the kill in the middle. Because now when black connects here, you can surround everything like this. If black jumps out around this point, just cut and catch the other guys in the center. And this is actually pretty big with all the surrounding territory in the middle. And also connecting on the bottom, even if black plays Atari and white connects, on this move white can wedge, then Atari connect the middle, cut the other group with Atari, then let's see, zack, 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 zack. It was to cut here already. Because on this move, white can use the net, and on this move, white can just push and catch the group anyway. 2 liberties here, and the other group is still on the run. So white can go, black can go through. Yeah, and now black escaped. So white has to run by himself. White really lost an important opportunity here in this fight in the middle. And now all of a sudden, instead of hunting, it became hunted. Yeah, normally White should try to connect the groups like this, instead of allowing the separation. And on the way out, White should look for Ikentobi to jump out faster. No need to worry about this kind of moves. White can connect one way or the other. In fact, I still prefer the right side, because now Black again comes back under pressure. So jump again. Well, the groups in the middle look very dangerous for White. So let's see. White should use the edge of this move. Then if Black cuts, White can cut on the bottom, and now this creates a Miai between capturing 3 stones here or capturing 3 stones in the middle. So if Black protects in the center, these 3 stones will die. If Black plays Atari here and then connects the 3 stones on the right side, White can just connect the center and then chase back the 2 stones in the middle. That's another way to fight. So the agi here, it's actually K10. Now if Black plays this way, again White can cut. Black has to come back and protect. Now push Atari, connect. Ah yeah. Push here, then Atari, then connect, take, Atari, connect, separate, Black goes out, Atari again, peep one time, and go between the groups. Well, White is not completely safe yet, but at least Black's groups are separated too. So there is this group and there is this group, and White jumping between them. So maybe something will collapse, or Black has to compromise and let White connect. Playing away, maybe not so great. Black can try just a one space jump or a Kosumi here, going for the M9 group. So when White protects the other group, oops, that's a misclick. At least already Black makes some profit killing the Mark group. So Black jump like this. White in between the groups. Okay, that's a separation. If White wants to sacrifice this group in the middle, White can push one more time, then play a peep, and now try to catch the H15 on a large scale, like this. The shape, it's a little bit heavy for White this time. And Black should actually just jump out to stay connected. Either one space jump here or the other one. And now White has to come back and protect the other middle group too. All these moves are centered for Black, sorry. And now Black can just play another move to secure the center. So maybe at this stage, Black is taking the lead. But playing like this, Black just lost 3 stones. And now he has to come back and protect. So turn, peep, very good. Now playing this move doesn't make sense because the 3 stones are already captured, so there's nothing to be afraid of. Let's say one plays one space jump here and Black goes Atari. White will just capture. So this seems like a waste, defending where Black is already captured. And for black to extend on the right side is better because it puts some pressure on the group and also reinforces the top right corner and then extend in the top. That invasion worked fine. No need to play Atari on the first line right away. White can just defend against the Tesuji at S13 and later use the clamp at S18 to destroy the corner. So for example, if black goes down here to make some points, white has Atari and connect under to damage the corner. In this case, white can push again in Sente and then defend. This pip is fine. Keima here is very good too. It's a big point. Go up, okay. Then the push is Sente. And then black and white can leave the position like this and protect the lower right side. Normally, playing N3, black can Hane and then white needs M3. So it's better to play M3 right away, because when black plays N2, white doesn't have to go N3, white can go down M2. White doesn't have to connect solids like that. It works to play S14, and when black plays the wedge, Atari connect, then connect either like this or like this. But in this case, saving the other stone is fine too. So on this Atari connect, on this Atari can play double Atari or single Atari like that, then this, then this. White, it's all connected. Playing this move, black can push, then throw in, then play the block from the outside and Atari. So now black has to play T18 in center. And here white is supposed to play another move to keep those stones connected. Oh, but going down here actually is bigger, because then you have the reducing at P1, Q1. And now black can throw in first, and then Atari from the outside to create a shortage of liberties and then capture. Playing like this gives the option to connect, so now white again it's safe. White played away, but the monkey jump, it's actually Gote. The center move is to play P1, like a small monkey jump, or just Keima, attach, pull back, and black defense. This way, white is center. Usually, you want to play the monkey jump when it's center, but playing like this, if black blocks, white goes back, black plays here, white goes back again. Black doesn't have to play another move in the corner, and now the wedge, the throw-in works to set up a snapback. So yeah, this was also Gote for white, and it's good enough to play here. Atari connect. Actually no, it's fine to play O2, because when black takes back at P1, it's just a call. So black is not going to do that. But anyway, black is happy to finish center so he can throw in. Now when white connects, black doesn't have to capture. Those three stones are captured as it stands. Because if white plays here, it's a snapback, so black will come back and take everything. This is -1 point. Black should push first, and then Atari. Some danger in this area. So finally those stones die in the middle. Now it's actually big to play the descent and then Hane in center. And Atari here is not so big yet. Attach here, then Atari, then push. No Tetsuji, Atari, then Han and connect. These are the big points at this stage. So white protects here, Atari go down. Then black is threatening a snapback. This is fine. All okay. White has eye shape on the right side with this T8, so it's good. No need to capture these stones yet. Could play Atari on only when black plays Atari on those stones. White needs to capture, then black has to protect, and again white can go down, play everything center like this, and block here. This is too early. But at least it creates the potential to Atari and capture two more stones, one more stone. Now here, white should turn first, then play Atari on two stones, then push again and catch the tail. Actually, something like that happened later on. Black was too ambitious. Just connect, and after that use the pushes. This one and this one. These are good cut threads, so no need to waste them yet. Actually, in this case, when pushing here, white can already go up and separate the tail. This is a good trade for white. I mean, white doesn't lose much, only a couple of points in the middle and captures the four stones. Yeah, this move is actually important, because when playing here, black can connect and connect again, and later on there's a ko in the corner. So if white plays away, black has the push, Atari, Atari again, and Atari again. And this is a ko fight. And there's another way to fight this ko, by taking Atari and steal a ko. So it was quite proper for white to descend and protect against the ko, but in fact it's better to hane and connect. Yeah, this is good. Well, black can push, then Atari, and then play this kind of move. But black should protect in the middle at f5. So after this, it's about time to come back and protect against this IG. In fact, like this. So, well, black took the corner points, but he lost 8 points in the center. This Atari is not much. Yeah. That's a big catch. 3 points in Gote. So, in fact, you shouldn't do it right away. It's better to play descent and this in cente. Oops. And then also block, because it prevents all the center moves from black. Black could play so Atari here, then attach, then Nobi, then hane and connect. And this is quite a big difference, because after this hane and connect, black can also continue a16 cente. White has to defend like this. Defending here, black has another center move. So it's a big difference in the corner, it's about 10 points difference. And therefore taking 3 stones in the middle, it's smaller than 10 points on the side. Now the clamp, it's a better move. And then Atari. Because playing the bump, black can go up and build more points. This is 3 points, still bigger to go down. Black should start from the other side. Attach and then push. And then hane and connect. Black could actually win the game in the last moves. Now here, white can cut. If black goes down, white connects and stones are dead. If black captures, white can play Atari under and on the connection connect to, or continue fighting the ko. So play, for example, throw in, which is a big Atari, and then capture the ko. Yeah, this was big. But this way, white plays gote first, and then continues cente, and going down and hane, it's cente all the way. If black plays away right now, let's say something here, oops, or here, then the cut, it's a problem. So back to the game, hane, block, connect, fine. Cut, connect, that's okay. This doesn't work. Black had some illusions. This is also a wasted cut thread. Black lost some points here too. Black can just Atari or leave it like this. And when white captures, nothing happens. Black can play away. Because on this move connect, on this one Atari. Atari connect. But playing here, he removed the liberty. And in fact, white can punish by throwing in. Because when black captures, it's self-Atari, so white will take. And if black takes this stone, white can take the other stone, which is Atari in center. So black needs to connect and all the stones die inside. So in this position, white still needs this move. Otherwise it's ko. But if white plays away, then black plays Atari, and take again the ko, and it's again a snapback, similar to what happened on the right side. But in fact, white plays another move, and then there's nothing. So black lost all these stones in the corner by being ambitious to go Atari A1, which is an Atari just to play a neutral point. Because anyway, in the end, white needs to play inside. So white should punish with a throw-in at A3 if white is aware of the shortage of liberties. That's a good center. This move is no need. The group is alive as it stands, it's a lot of space there. So white can play Han and connect to prevent black center. If black plays here, white should pay attention, because now, if white blocks, black can go Atari and then play this kind of move, and then Hane, and in the end it will be a Seki. So white loses many points. But on this move, white doesn't have to do anything. Maybe better take the ko, then Atari connect. When the ko is taken, again you gotta read the liberty situation. So in this case, another move here or here. But only after the neutral points are filled. No need to protect in advance. Or for example, Han and connect, and on this move, just play on the first line Atari connect. So the actual game, it's like this. Black got the Han in center. Oh, that capture was wrong. Black should connect, and white connects. This is 2 points in center. So here black can still win the game. But instead Atari, this will give up a few points. And now black should still block and leave it like this. That's 1 point. This is no need. Just push in the middle. And then fight a ko, capture this guy. Or make an extra point here. Black never played at Atari, so when black fills a ko, white fills a ko, black fills a ko, and now count. So this way white wins by more than 1.5. Instead of playing Atari from the outside, it's correct to play the throw-in, because it gives another ko threat. So later, if black plays here and here, white has another Atari. Because playing the Atari from the outside, black connects and now it's only one threat, where white could have two. So Atari connect, no ko there. Yeah, this is good to prevent the Atari. Before then, white should capture 1 ko, black fills 1 ko, white fills 1 ko, black fills 1 ko, and then the last neutral points. This is the right order. Yeah, it was the same in the end. So luckily white won by 1.5. But in the middle, the most critical fight of the game was in this area, where black managed to kill those stones in the middle left. But in fact, much earlier, white was supposed to kill at least one of the black groups, some stones in that area. And somehow black managed to catch those stones, but then he gave up 3 stones in the middle top, then he gave up 4 stones on the bottom, and well, that made up the difference. And also white got the biggest endgame in the lower left side faster. Well done on pulling this game out. Congrats.